It's about listening to the people that have been asking for change, calling for change, that have been marching for more than a year, right? And much of their voice has been prohibited from actually being heard at the state level, at the task force on racial disparities, which didn't even have a hearing in Milwaukee, right? So there clearly is an avoidance of the people that have been going the hardest on this issue. And for me, it was about listening to them. It was about ensuring that I could hear that their solutions actually have a lot of ground, a lot of basis, and that we should take them seriously. So we have those bills drafted. I've seen folks in the movement and that were standing up for change. They became the targets. They became the problem instead of the issue of overuse of force and police accountability that people have been asking for. So I think that's where this package comes from. That's where the name comes from. It comes from the movement. Enough really is enough. And enough should be enough. Enough people have died. Enough, just people talking and not really focusing on actions, lip service. We've had enough of that. So it's about actually having action, conversations that will be fruitful in this building to get a vote, to get a hearing, to actually have the debate. I don't need colleagues that are too, coward to have the real conversation of all the issues and solutions that we know that will change the paradigm on this issue.
And in the totality of this package, how can the people, not only the city and the state, how can they follow along, and what's kind of the direction moving forward as far as these bills getting passed? And do you think they're going to get passed, and kind of what's the overall message that you want to give to them?
Right, so we're talking about charging decisions and taking that out of the hands of a local DA and switching that to a special prosecutor. We're talking about having pre-arrest assessment tools that are accessible to police departments, that they are deciding what is really necessary of an arrest. Is it like Sandra Bland, where she forgets to use her turning signal, and that leads to her death, that leads to her killing? Is that like Dontre Hamilton and Jay Anderson Jr. sleeping in a park? These are all non-violent situations that should be reassessed, that officers should know when it is not necessary to even pursue arrest or physical engagement with citizens. And if people want to fight for that, want to be a part of that push, I remember being 14, being 13 at protests. This is 20 years in the making of seeing so many situations in our community where people have lost their lives. And this is from connecting with Sedan Smith in 2016, witnessing the backlash of his brother being killed by police in Sherman Park, and understanding that this system has so much change that it needs, but it is obvious of why that change has been prohibited, because there has not been enough courage in this building and in different levels of government to actually address the real root solutions, so that officers do not believe or give into a culture that makes them feel like that they can do whatever they want, that they can be judge, jury, and executioner in taking the lives of citizens. That there's no place, no way for people to experience the American dream, to experience their pursuit of happiness in this country.
And then, Sedan, do you have any reaction to the bills? And then do you have a message for any of the people, not only in the state's legislature, when it comes time for these bills to be voted?
I just feel like the bill is well overdue. My reaction to it is that, of course, the proposal of the bills is just one step. Them actually hitting the floor and actually being given a fair oversight is a step that we've never really seen. So just even accepting them right now, being able to get them out there right now is huge. Like we said, it's small steps that we have to make, but it makes the bigger impact. Once we get enough people to, feed into how small these steps are, they become bigger with the number of people.
Right.
So we just, I feel like the bills are something that is much needed. It's overdue. The bill itself speaks for itself. Enough is enough.